Well, I guess it started when I was about 9 or 10. Dad brought us on a driving holiday and we spent a week driving around in the back of the ute and swimming in the waterholes, and it was great. But then I didn't come back here until I was midway through uni and came out here on a work placement in my 3rd year. Haven't really left, that was about 10 years ago, and haven't managed to leave since then. I mean, you get everything from the big vast Gibber Plains and the low shrublands out there, and then the linear sand dunes in the Simpson, the big floodplains and waterholes, springs, rock holes. There's really nice tertiary sandstone hills that cut through the area that I've spent most of the last year walking around. It's a space that you don't really get anywhere else. My PhD's on looking at the conservation of rare plants through the Lake Eyre Basin and basically through the Mitchell Grass Downs, Channel Country and Mulga lands of Western Queensland. My role I see is contributing a little bit to our knowledge of the system and identifying what we can do to see it preserved in the current good condition that it's in. Those sandstone hills, the Grey Range is the main one, from Western New South Wales right up to west of Blackall. But there's lots of spines of that range come off that, and it's a big system and really a lot of plants that don't grow anywhere else. So they're important, and also, yeah, it's really hard to go past the spring wetlands. Just an amazing concentration of endemic species and some really tangible threats that we can do something about. The main threats for what I'm looking at, which is rare plants, are the goats and the high levels of macropods up in the hill country. There's a massive concentration of rare and threatened plants that only live in those hills out to the west of Longreach and the southwest of Longreach. And where you get high densities of goats in some areas and wallaroos, they can have a big impact on those plants. I think it's easy to drive from Barcaldine to Longreach and think it's a bit flat and boring. But yeah, when you stop and walk around, you could pick any spot on that road and have a walk, and you'd be guaranteed to find something a little bit interesting or a little bit different that is another piece of the puzzle in terms of your understanding of that system. So make people aware of the variety and the interesting things that are out here. Thinking of some good camp spots where you just wake up in the middle of the Channel Country plains or next to a beautiful spring and you know there's no one else around, and it's just a massive privilege to be able to do the work that we do, yeah.